Hey everyone, Julie from ROJ Running again. If you watched my last video, then you already know the story about how I got into running. I unfortunately ran out of time and wasn't able to tell you the story of how I started ROJ. I started my website when I began training for my first marathon, which was in 2009, 2 years after I started running. I didn't have anyone that was actually my level and my interest level. You see, my friends that were raving about marathons were certainly much faster than I was. And my friends that were around my training time commitment and speed, they were nowhere near interested in running a marathon. So I had to figure it out on my own. And I didn't mind. In fact, I thought it was pretty cool that maybe I could be a trailblazer for some of my other friends, help show them that it can be done. You just have to care about finishing and all that kind of stuff. I've never really minded blazing some kind of new trail. And I thought that a website would be a good way to keep myself accountable, because I've never been real big on documenting everything on paper and pencil. This was especially true since I was going to school at the same time, working full-time. The last thing I really wanted to do was have more paper and pencils and nonsense lying around. I also grew up putting myself out there virtually. I loved the Live Journal, Dead Journal, Open Diary, all of those I had. So I knew that I enjoyed the interaction with people from other states, other countries, the friends that weren't just down the street. It helped me feel global and important. So I established my website using Blogger because I was a big fan of Google's products back then. I still am, and I called it "There Are No Downsides in ROJ." This is because, as you know, my nickname is ROJ, Republic of Julie, because my mom says I just live in my own little world, do my own little thing, which you probably figured out when I said I was about to trailblaze this marathon concept. And I've always tried to be really positive. I don't look for the impossible, I look for the how-to. And so it's something my mom always said to me, "Oh, no downsides in ROJ. Oh, you can figure that out." So it was a joke, but it was uplifting. And my site stayed with that name for a little over a year, at which point I changed it to Brace Yourself, ROJ Presents a Multisport Life, when I was getting more into triathlons and multisport, and I also had my braces put on. And on my second blogiversary, I changed it to what it is now, ROJ Running. And that's when I realized that just because I'm primarily a runner doesn't mean I can't do tries, doesn't mean I can't bike, doesn't mean I can't swim, yoga, snowshoe, Zumba. Who cares? It's just what it comes down to at the end of the day. So that is how I got started with ROJ. And if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments.